Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Isle of Misfit Rolls. It's Jake, your boy. I play Tavruk on Tuesdays, and we're here to play some games tonight. Um, we all started Pillars of Eternity last week on Friday, and everyone seemed to enjoy that. And we, made some decisions together as a group, and we just had some fun playing some game, and made our characters. So I think we are going to continue some more of that uh, over here on the Misfit Rolls channel. Um, Obviously, we are, still mainly a D&D show. We just came back on Tuesday. We had a lot of fun on Tuesday night. That video is already up on YouTube. Same thing, youtube.com/misfitrolls. And it'll be on podcast services on Sunday, Easter Sunday, coming up. So if you haven't caught it on either of our visual platforms, and audio is the spot for you, we'll see you on Sunday. But in the meantime, we're gonna play some games. So let's get right into it here. All right, let's make sure we're loading the right file. There we go. Audio's coming through. Hopefully not too loud. Again, feel free to tell me what's going on. But last time out when we played, again with the help of chat, we created a pale elf ranger named Zuri, who was from like the Arctic part of this world that Pillars of Eternity takes place in, and she has a big old bear companion here. Oh, I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. And
Sure.
his name is Gumby. So we have Gumby the bear, and we have Zuri the ranger. And we were part of a caravan that was making their way to the city that's supposed to be very welcoming to villagers and all of this and that, letting people join and merchants and all sorts of stuff. But there was this terrible storm that has like spirits in it, and it killed most people in the caravan except for a couple of us who made it out, where we came across some odd ritual that was being done on this weird large machine thing, and it turned this person into ash and killed two of the people that I thought were my party members. But we managed to survive. Us and Gumby here, of course. He's very strong. He's a strong boy. But we managed to survive, and we made our way to the Gilded Vale, which sounds like a very nice place. But as we got here, we were greeted by this tree that is quite literally decorated with the corpses of some sort of people. Apparently there's a weird curse that's on this town. They're blaming one of the gods for this curse that makes people have stillborn children. And right before we signed off, the king, who had been expecting a child, turned out to be one of those stillborn children. So he's clearly very upset and not having a good time. But yeah, so we might face some of this Lord's wrath here in a bit. I think we've already talked to these Jamokes. I like their names, Sellsword and Archer. I like it. Okay. Let's see what we can do around town here. I don't think it gave me many quests upon getting here. Seek help for our condition because of that weird machine thing we ran across. We've already escaped the ruins, so that's alright. We have a task. Speak with the Innkeeper. There we go. That's a good place to start. Offra's house. Oh, the Blackhound Inn. There we go. That's a good place to start. Ooh, and there's some names here. Adair and Aloth. I want to go to those names, actually. Because, surprise, I know what those names are. Because I've played this before.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
I think I was looking for Matt Mercer. I think I found him. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. Oh, that was all we said? Welcome to our lovely village. Okay, well, he doesn't have much to say yet. We'll come talk to him later. see what's our long-term goal for Adair there. These people? Villager and villager. Nope. Let me go back to this lady's house. It's marked on the map for a reason. She's probably mildly important, I would think. Let's see what she's got. Oh, she's got a cat. Where's my pet options? I don't see any. And therefore, I have no reason to play this game any further. Fortunately, can't pet the cat. This worn, dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon the Kelglas Sea. Seldglas. I don't know. There is an etched illustration of a vast finned leviathan. Oh, hell, okay. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Good day to you.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise when she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Well, let's see. So I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Nice. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know there's options 3 and 4, and I'm looking at them, but we don't have to read those, right? We're gonna say nice cat. Offer smiles brightly. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice too. Yeah, always praise the cat as soon as you get the opportunity. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. Okay, now we're getting the same options. We needed to praise the cat first, so I appreciate what we did here. So, let's see. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. Yeah. Let's just get to know the locals. So we can start small. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odema's by chance? Well, we were with Master Odema's. He didn't make it. Let's see what we got. I was, yes. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. Why do you ask? Or you know Odema? You think she wants to know right off the bat? Like, we just met this lady? And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna come right out and say, like, yeah, bro, that man's dead. Let's start off coy first, I think. Well, no more than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way, but they say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brows furrowing. Wait. Why do you say new? Oh, I did it by accident. Ah, shit. Alright, well. I'm sorry, but the caravan was attacked. I was the only one to survive because he's dead. Oh, that one's too. Now, we're kind of a pragmatist, I think, but that's not a nice response. We're gonna at least say the I'm sorry first. Offer covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. Oh no, she must have known him. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Oh no, she knew Kalisha. Oh man, Kalisha was always so certain she could take on any danger, Offra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. Oh, it's Kalisha's sister. Kalisha was one of the party members that helped us escape the crazy storm and make it through the dungeon that got us to safety here. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Offer's face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for Kalisha? Kalisha mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I could provide some assistance. Well, that seems like a helpful thing to do. Quit your sniveling. How are you going to raise a child over this week? That's fucked up. We're not doing that. Is there anything else I can do? We knew Kalisha. I think that'll help her feel better about this whole thing. Offer looks at you with some surprise before dabbing it in his sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Offer wipes her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. That's the curse. I told Kalisha as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. She sniffs. With the Hathort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. Can we get a translation of what Hathort means? I hope Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn, but she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else. Now with Kalisha gone, more tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? Okay, we're not one of these paladins, so we can't do that, obviously. I'll find Durango for you. It's a long ways to go, is what's in this for me. I'll think about it if I ever head that way. I'm not one for charity. Handle this yourself. I don't like our character being an asshole. I feel like us kind of riding the middle ground a little bit, but like, I don't think we're going to ask for rewards either. I don't think that's our bag. Let's just say we'll help. That seems like the right thing to do. Offer blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure. But it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. You gain 20 copper. Gotta spend that right away. Anslog's compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasped her hands together. Thank you again. Truly, you'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Brutal. Alright, we got a side quest. Love a good side quest.
Steady does it.
We can't stealth around and steal from her table. She's kind of looking at us. Alright. Not that I would want to, but sometimes you gotta test these things. You gotta see how far you can get. Excuse me, this is Laura. Laura likes to get in the way of the camera sometimes. Her full name's Lara Croft Tomb Raider. So she's being adventurous, I think. Let's turn this off. What's this person? It's creepy. What are you doing standing outside this lady's house? Just staring at it. Oh, nothing, huh? You're just staring at this lady's... Okay, I don't like that, but whatever. Alright, now to the inn, where there's definitely some sort of quest down there. I know this takes me to the inn too, so we'll just go in the normal front doorway. And then I told her, that's not the pistol. Oh, that man's talking about his dick. If I know anything. Probably that man's talking about his dick. Just a guess. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and shopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf. Elf hoods?
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Double Matt Mercer alert. Bro, this is a good time.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
The woman crosses her arms, hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adair coppers. Oh, Jesus Christ, that didn't click in my brain at all. What's going on? Say nothing. Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. Ooh, a fight. I feel like we're going to passively observe first. That seems like our character. Get a sense of the situation and see what happens. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You've got a lot of gall mocking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially Adirians.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Uh-oh.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
That's a different voice.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Feeling horror and shock paint themselves across the elven man's face in broad, hasty strokes. Yeah, something's going on with this man.
That's where you're wrong.
Let's see if we can... Yeah, I think we want to get them to go inside and have a drink, right? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. Oh, that's not a very good thing to say to somebody. It sounds especially like you're defending him. Oh shit, they just turn and fighting me like that? Bro, what the hell? These people are so bold. Why is that your first reaction? Alright, it needs to seem like more of a threat than the others. Angry townswoman, angry townsman. I guess I'll just go for the center. Bear's gonna get right in there and tank a little bit. We're gonna step just a little bit back so the bear gets the engage.
Huh?
And then... Oh, there we go. Now we can stop. Oh, yeah, there we go, bear. Oh, there it is. Oh, I was applying more strategy there than I needed. That was easy. That was not a hard time. As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Glad I could help.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
He laughs comfortably. That is something of a long story.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan. We were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Biowak. That's what they call those spirit storms. Several hooded figures operating a strange machine lie and say nothing and remain silent. So two separate, equally unfortunate things we could tell them about. I don't think we would. I don't think we're that concerned about the machine. We don't know what its true nature is, right? We can tell people about it. Aloth goggles at you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
How did you manage to cross those 3 trunks? We'd be interested in that.
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Or you did make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressor zone sisters. I feel like we're just gonna go with the first one. It's slightly more crass, but it's more to the point, I think. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. If I speak more clearly next time, my apologies. This man's got a secret. Definitely a secret something trying to sneak out of his face. What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yeah, the curse. And you? Like you said, I'm also a settler. I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an export on souls. That's my own business. This guy's, I don't, in the picture, in the actual game there, he just got a shield and a mace. Which, who's to say? Who's to say what this man's skill set is? But I can see the picture right here, and he's holding a little fucking purple thing. So, I'm gonna tell him about the souls.
Indeed.
His
The
eyes
local
flicker.
lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Oh. So he's looking for them and then killing them. He nods at the gnarled old tree in the center of town. That's not good, okay. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. You don't exactly look like a
Begging
settler.
your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Well, I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Oh, I'd love a travel companion. So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Hell yeah. And now we have Aloth. Oh, let's do some looting real quick. What do we got? Clubs, daggers, simple clothes, gold, silver, and more silver. Wait. There's 2 stacks. That's weird. Take it. Beautiful. Alright, let's see. Aloth, 2nd level wizard. Wood elf. Very nice. Where's his stats at? Let's see. So he's got intelligence. Lots of lore, which is good. My lore is a little bit, but he's definitely going to be our lore guy now. Mechanics, maybe we can at least attempt to pick locks now with him. His leather armor gives him +10 ability area effect. Okay, we're going to use those. Oh, we got some magic. Hell yeah, okay. Arcane Assault, distant advantage, second wind. Arcane Assault, unleashes a bolt of magical enemy that inflicts raw damage, dazes targets in the area. Cool. That one doesn't have a spell level, so I wonder if that one's free, like a cantrip. Against an enemy that's more than 4 feet away, you gain a bonus to accuracy. Okay, so ranged. Good range stuff, okay. And then the second wind, he gets some health back. Okay, everyone gets that. What is blast? Grants blast. Area effects. Crush damage. Blast on the target when using a wand, rod, or scepter, doing a modest amount of damage to all enemies in a small area around the target. Okay, okay. Close range. AoE spell. Got it. And then he got some spells here. Dazzling Lights. Overwhelms anyone in an area with a brilliant. Okay, cool. Dazing. Sweet. Accuracy reduced by 10. Dex, perception, and intellect reduced by 2. Attack speed reduced. Hell yeah, good. Some debuffs. Fan of Flames. Oh, this is Burning Hands. Excellent. Alright. Some fire damage. Calicoth Sunless Grasp. The caster's hand becomes so cold as to freeze what they touch. This freeze damage target reduces accuracy. I think this must have a really small range, right? I would have to guess. At the rate it's like you're putting your hands on them, so we probably won't use that one much. Minilettus Minor Missile, which is definitely Magic Missile. Badass. Crush or Corrode damage. And then a Wizard's Double. Creates a duplicate of the caster to distract enemies, granting the caster a high deflection bonus until she or she has hit or crit. Sweet. So that's a mirror image. Excellent. Alright. What do we, what's our, let's see, what is he, I know he's got a mace on. Oh, it's a scepter. Okay, so I guess he can throw magic from it. He has his own special armor. It's got his name on it, so I guess I'll let him keep that forever. He's got a cool book. Look at him. Oh, that's his spell. Okay, his spell book. He's a wizard, that's right. Gotta have a spell book if you're a wizard. Yeah, and it's tied to their spell book, and there's different spell statty things. Okay, cool. Do we have any reason to want to swap anything out yet? Maybe in case we go to melee, we throw in a sword and shield in the background here? Just in casesies? Is the axe the best bet, or the hatchet? Let's see, the hatchet hits faster, slightly less damage, not as much interrupting. It has something called interfering on it, though, which is something. Oh, +5 to deflection, I guess. Okay, respect. And this one gets damage reduction bypass, so a little better at hurting people, but that's alright. That's only for insurance policies. We don't need it that much. Cool, alright. I bet there's got to be something cool inside the inn here. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Alright, we got a bartender. Some kind of brown slop is congealing in these dishes. It smells burnt. That's not a good sign.
How do you do?
Hello, and welcome to the... Oh, it's you. Tenvrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Oh yeah, we saved a dwarf who was out in the wilds and was being held captive because people liked his cooking so much. So we saved him and he came back here. Consider yourself a favor to the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenvrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So what would you like? Oh, that's why the shit stuck to the plate is garbage, because the good chef was gone, but now he's back. Okay. I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We got a lot of new faces in here too, fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Oh, experience, just for asking questions. Isn't that excellent? 10 for the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs pining after him. Poor old girl. I gotta go pet that dog. Place ended up in my hands somehow. She laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please, sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by way of a good meal today, unless you're fond of cold porridge. What do you have for sale? I'm sure you have something to your liking. We'll find that. Okay. So lots of random foods and beers and stuff and some potions. I don't know how much of this we need. We have full camping supplies. Potions are way too expensive for us to be worrying about spending money on right now, so we're going to hold off on that. I don't know how much we need food yet. I'm not worried about food. Now here's something we could do. If we wanted to make another character, we'll hold off on that for now. We'll hold off on making another character. The nice part about this game is, yeah, it gives you party members like Aloth and eventually Adair, who we met. But you don't have to use them at all. Like, you get some more story stuff because they have plot, like dialogue stuff built in. They have their own little stories. But you can just full on make an adventure if you want. They're always one level down from you when you hire them. But then you can, level them right up with you. They catch up if you do it early enough. So we could make really anybody if we wanted a cool secondary character at some point. So we'll keep that in mind. We can do that at any inn, so that can happen anywhere. Sleeping at inns gets you cool bonuses for up to 2 days, and it doesn't use our camping supplies. And we could sleep this place for free. I imagine that's part of the deal where they're giving us a discount. So we're gonna sleep in the common room. Oh shit. Cutscene. Okay. Sleep cutscene. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she's mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she's truly dead. Ugh. Alright, so we gotta go back to the tree, I guess. Oh, I'll take whatever's in this barrel. Oh, free beer and grains. Hell yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy anything. Oh, they got Orlan's here. Do we meet an Orlan? No, he's just doing his job. Sorry, no mean to interrupt. Oh, we gotta check that. The Fangs. Not much known about this group by the world at large because they don't welcome outsiders to their numbers, while many believe they are xenophobic and openly hostile to all who enter Air Glenfath. The truth doesn't seem to be as broad or deadly, and certainly not that simple. I don't need to read this whole thing to you guys, but this seems like that group of people that attacked us in the ruins. The Fangs. Oh, mostly hunters, though. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably them. Cool, I'll take this book and this money. This guy's drunkard. What's his deal? Oh, we can talk to him. And who are you, then? Another fool come to answer Raedric's invitation. Our great lord had my sister run out of town after the buoy was born. She was the only family I had left. Not sure where she is now. Blazes, I need another drink. Alright, well, that person's clearly not in good shape here. Oh, here's a cool thing about this game, right? So because it was mainly done on Kickstarter, entirely funded on Kickstarter, I think, if you paid like a certain tier, then they made you an NPC to be put in the game. So any of these ones that have these yellowish kind of nameplates here instead of these gray ones, I think these are characters created by backers of the game. As you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. Let's reach out. You see a woman emptying her satchel under her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room and haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack, one item after the other. Careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. Sounds like she has legitimate OCD. Not like OCD when people say like, "Oh, I wash my hands all the time." Like no, like legitimate OCD. It sounds like she has. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers her condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen. Anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. Interesting. So that's what that process is. You get a weird like glimpse into these NPCs, and like so someone wrote that little story and submitted it, and that was part of their thing here. Oh, we got a bard. Grab a drink, friend. Not much else of worth in this town. Says the woman from Thane. Hey, we said we wouldn't mention Thane. All right. Well, I guess they're just carousing. Shane Snakes Mulrian, Deslok Njetip, Sela Amin. Oh, an inn guest. I'm gonna come into your room and fucking poke around the place. 10 Years of Dawn. That's a lot of lore there. Cool book. We're gonna put that in the bag.
I'll have it in no time.
Oh, no. Oh, we gotta level up. Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't even notice. Alright, so we saved up some points last time, so we got more than we expected to have. Survival's been we want to get to 6 survival so we can get all these cool buffs. Because every point you put into survival gets you an extra buff to one of these things while, each time you camp. Every time we make camp, we will get 1 through 5 right now. If I put another point into 6, we'll get that one. And then as you keep ranking it up, it starts over. Your damage reduction, once you hit like 7, is even better, and so on and so on. And it's some conversation stuff too. We're already at a 5 there, because being a ranger and explorer. That would cost 3 points. Alon's going to be our lore guy, so we don't really need that for anything. So let's just go into survival. I think we're going to get someone who can do mechanics later better than we can too. Let's throw some into stealth, just because, sneaking never hurt anybody. And we already got a bonus to it from being a ranger. Well, no, I'm sorry, I lied. I need to put points into athletics. Because I know there are certain places that are locked off to you if you don't have a good athletics score. Let's put 1 here, 1 here, and we'll save a point. So we'll bounce it out. I think that sounds good. So we're going to do that. Next. Cool nobility? Hell yeah, okay. What do we got? Swift aim. Ranger gets into a speedy and fluid offensive rhythm, reducing accuracy but increasing fire rate and reload time with ranged weapons and attack rate with melee weapons. Why am I using melee? So it's like a constant buff that you can turn on and off, sounds like. 20% attack speed, 50% reload, minus 7 accuracy. Alright, so a little bit of a trade there. What's wounding shot? As he or she would with fleeing prey, the hunter aims for a spot that will slow the target enemy's progress, hobbling the target, inflicting raw damage over time to it. I can do that twice per encounter. Effects. If target successful, hobbled. What does hobbled mean? Dexterity reduced by 2, movement reduced by 1.5, reflex by 20. Okay, so really just a big old debuff that can hurt people. And it does damage. Sweet. Predator sense. Heightens the predatory instincts of the ranger's animal companion, giving them a damage bonus on any creature suffering a damage over time effect. 50% damage against targets affected by damage. Okay, so that one could be cool, but we don't have any damage over time effects yet, so that doesn't help us. By lowering attack and reload rate, the ranger is able to take more careful aim, giving them... Okay, so the opposite of swift aim is vicious aim. Minus ranged attack speed, minus reload speed, but better accuracy, better damage. I think I want to do wounding shot. I like having like an active ability to use, because I don't have any of those yet. We have one that buffs me and the bear. Don't have an active ability, so we're going to do that one. I like it. Alright, so that's our level up for Zuri. Let's go check out Aloth's level up. Alright, cool. So, easily putting a point right into lore, because that's going to be where his bread's buttered this whole time. He's already got 4 bonus points to it. He's got 1 bonus to his mechanics, looks like, for being a wizard. Do we just save for lore points for him forever? Like, this guy's not going to be our lockpick, right? He's a wizard. I feel like we're going to be in trouble if this guy's our main source of lockpicking. Does it do anything else for us? No. Just disarming and lockpicking. Mechanics can be used to activate or disable a variety of machines and conversations, though. That will be helpful eventually. We got survival covered. Don't need him to have that, too. Doesn't give any I don't think that's stacked between party members. Athletics. Second wind does more healing if we have more points in athletics. So that's never the worst thing. Each party member can use that. Same thing, each one can use stealth if we want to sneak up on somebody. Let's give him a point into athletics and 1 into mechanics, just so we can say we spent our points here. And, lots of spells to choose from. Okay, this is the part where we could really spend all night doing this if we wanted to. We're not going to do that. Promise. So we're going to find some cool shit and see. Let's see. So I was checking on one thing real quick. Alright. So let's see. So I can go back and get more first level spells if I want. Or I can just go for the second level spells, which I've now gotten. Oh, I don't know that I'm going to pick this. Sorry, I shouldn't have. Okay. Inflicts penalties to perception, intellect, resolve. The problem with big area effects in this game is that a lot of them target anybody in the area. So you got to be careful about party members, especially as fast as it moves. Increases chance of winning crits. That's pretty cool. But that's just for him, though. Giving them a temporary increase to maximum endurance and health. Okay. Health buff. But if all goes to plan, he's never going to need that. Target becomes paralyzed, afflicted with boiling pustules of foul-smelling liquid that erupt from their skin, sickening those nearby. Ooh, how many people nearby are affected by that? Everybody. Okay, that's dangerous. Well, we've got any single target stuff here. What about that? We'll have some good AoE, I feel like. We gotta get some good single target stuff. Corrosive Siphon. Eats away the target spirit. Inflict corrosive damage. Convert that as an endurance. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely a fucking spooky lifesteal is the right answer. That's one of them for sure. Alright. Causes enemy wounds in the area to effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. Alright, so a cool burn damage over time with combusting wounds. Rolling fire is dangerous, because again, anyone can get hit by that, and it takes a long time to remember that spell. I remember Necrotic Lance being solid. Corrode damage instantly and over time. Ray of Fire, does that do anything good? Between the caster and the target, inflicting... Okay, so a big line of damage that hits everyone in the process, so again, that could be dangerous. This one's single target here. Mirrored Image. What is this? I didn't see this one yet. Creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction. We already kind of have a spell like that. It's just dazed instead of... confused instead of dazed. Maybe that's a better stat, but... Every 6 seconds, target checks randomly to do one of the following. Behave normally. Attack an ally. Walk in a random direction. Do nothing. Okay, well, that's a cool effect, but... Binding Web. Leave unfortunate victims stuck inside. Let's go with Necrotic Lance. I happen to know that one's dope. So we got some good stuff here. So we're going to go next. And we're done leveling up Aloth. Dope. Level 3. Last time we played, there was a bear in a cave who really was not cool to us.
How may
so
I help?
that, he's going to be in trouble. Okay, so there's a lockpick system, right? So if my mechanics were a 4, I wouldn't need any lockpicks to get in for free. Because it's a 2, I need to spend 3 of them. So I have to ask myself if that's worth it. I'm going to say no right now. Oh, you all come on.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Come with me. We'll see if the other party member we're getting in this town can get us mechanics. Maybe he's good at that.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, okay, that one only spent 1. We'll still wait. We're gonna come back here anyway, alright? Didn't we say that? The Deerwood, Part 1, Early Colonial History. That's too deep. Okay, but I'll take it. Oh, and lockpicks. Look at that. Sweet. Alright. Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Aothas and Lord Raedric in a compromising position. Oh. Lord Raedric is the guy who's in charge of this town, and people don't seem to like, and Aothas is like a giant god creature thing. Oh, Blackhound, the dog. Oh, please don't play sad dog noises. This hound stares intently at a covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slyly. Sorry, girl, don't think he's coming back. I could use a good dog. Here, girl. Let's pet the dog first. Absolutely. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. Let's see. I wonder if it'll let me do anything else. Let's not be... Can we summon the dog? Whoa, Black Hound added to the inventory. Excuse me? Bro, how do I equip... equip dog! That is wonderful. Where's, does he exist with us apart from Bear, or is he just an inventory item for sweetness? Gazing up devotedly whenever you come to stop. I think it's just, it's literally just unequipable, I think. I don't think it's, Oh, yeah, there we are! That's the best thing that's happened so far in this game. Well, excellent. We have a pet dog now. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Alright, now we're back outside this weird stairwell exit. It's much brighter than it was before. Oh, we went to sleep. That's right. It's the daytime. And it wants us to go look at that woman's dead hanging body again, like a weirdo would do, but alright. The windows are clouded with a haze of accumulated smoke. You ever been to Defiance Bay? You asking me that on purpose? Do you want to talk? No, you don't want to talk. You just... Okay. Ooh, plants to summon? I'll take that. Thanks, Aloth. That's the way to leave town. We're not ready for that yet. Alright. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Oh, this is where the tree... Okay. No, it's not. This is a weird building with a basement. Oh, I remember this basement. This place is real dangerous. I think we can do it, but I think we gotta get our party member first. This temple used to be closed up. I used to climb on the big stones. Oh, that's a terribly sad child. There's another one of those NPCs someone created. Blackhammer Smithery. Let's go see if we can talk to Adair now. It's going to be our quest, and we can, I think, hopefully recruit him now and do our quest. Do we have to walk around, or does it let us do? Oh, I wonder which one is the person we're... Oh, the purple one. Okay. Caldara de Baranzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there's a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that is no worldly dimension. Yeah, reach out. Oh, okay. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electrical surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel. For from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does. And she smiles at you. Oh, I'm speaking to a dead person
Have
right
you
now.
come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Excuse me? How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something's happening to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
Watcher? What's that?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their honor can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
All goes well. That makes me feel like something bad could happen.
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Seems like that's the end of most of that. I think I survived a Biowalk. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
She's certainly dead, so yeah, past tense is appropriate. You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think. Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
What's an animancer? That one seems
A
important.
student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
That's most of the information I need. We've been here a bit, so I'm going to click through some of these real quick. Yep, she was hung for sure.
Well,
I came here when I was
where
needed,
I
offered
was
my
needed,
services,
didn't
I was to examine
Offered
his
my
wife.
services to Lord Ra-
You know what I found? Nothing at all. Healthy woman, head to toe.
A
First
healthy
time Lord.
woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but
And
warm
then,
heart.
okay. Tried to help,
Goodbye,
they killed
my
her.
dear. It was lovely visiting.
Closes her eyes, her head slumps forward over the news. Zuri was granted Crucible of the Soul. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Yes, I'm fine. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you can tell me what that was all about. I'm a watcher. Well, that is interesting. And I expect this has something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about watchers? Only that they're rare and they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on. Sweet. So now we hit up our guy here. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall. His pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks at you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
What's that now?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What was that about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What makes you think he was interested in the dwarf one? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
You know what a watcher is? Well, we don't know this man. I've been out of sorts lately. How's it going, Brother Zeus? I see you're hello. Welcome. Of course we all got our baddies when we stand perfectly still and stare at corpses for a while without blinking. Do you know what a watcher is? We gotta tell him.
Best not use that word round here.
Doing very well.
Could be any
Having a
number
good
of
time
Radric
playing some
bootlickers
Pillars of
within
Eternity.
earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around
Trying to
here.
get some party
Radric
members so I can get
especially.
revenge against a cave bear.
Come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're gonna be
The
hanged?
town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be
Nice.
my captain during the war.
First time playing Pillars, or are you doing a replay? Why was he hanged? Got involved. Wow. Raedric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority. Someone in town is working with Kolsk, plotting Raedric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Raedric, then for protecting me. Oh, nice. Yeah, I played it years ago at this point. 3-4 years ago, maybe. And played it all the way through. And really liked it. Now we're just doing a replay here on the channel. For consumption purposes. So, hopefully you enjoy it, yeah. Yeah, always a good call in the restart. It's tough to jump back in if you take a while off. In Act 3, White March Part 1. Nice. I don't think I ever did any of the DLC, so I don't know that I've ever done... Because that's White March is the DLC, right? I don't think I ever did that on my first playthroughs. Maybe that's something I'll have to expand a little bit. Let's see. The War. Saints War. Only one in my lifetime. Phila decides he's the living incarnation of Aothis, overthrows Raid Saris, marches on Deerwood, so we gave him a Deerwoodin hello. Well, I gotta ask what that is.
We blew him up.
I love that we didn't get voice acting for the previous, 3 lines in this, but then we blew him up. That's where we know it's right. He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Aothis? God of rebirth and redemption. Formally, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. Intriguing. Nice, okay. I got time. What does your town have
Pick the
against
wrong
you?
god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back.
Both good choices. Tyranny is very good, and Deadfire's good. I think this one is my favorite of these. Pillars 1, just because I love when you get to the part where you're rebuilding Caed Nua, and you've got your home. Any game that gives you a good home base upgrade system that levels with you throughout the game, I love that. That is my bread and butter, absolutely. So that one, this sticks out with me for a lot of reasons. But Tyranny has the dope magic mixing system that I don't think I've seen in many other games at all, and is really cool. And Deadfire's dope. Deadfire is everything this game does well, or better, looks better. A lot of the gameplay's better. You get better options, but I just think I like the story of this one better. I think that's usually what I'm into these games for. On the hardest difficulty, oh yeah, no, we're on normal right now. So you're having a good time. What kind of character did you make? We have Zuri here, the pale elf from the White That Wins from the Arctic, and we have a ranger, and her bear companion's name is Gumby. Oh, same. Very nice. All right. Very nice. Oh, is it called a hunter in this game? Thank you. Okay. I definitely... Some of the things are just... I'm saying D&D names. Because I don't remember what they call it in the game.
After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me.
And I think they hanged him. Oh, it is
Seems
Ranger.
that's no
Okay.
longer a concern.
What animal companion did
Of
you
course.
choose?
The townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Big same. Big same. You can see I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Funny fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started with Waidwin. Oh! What do you say, first option? We could travel together? Maybe we recruit a tank for our ranger wizard party. I think it's a good idea. Where are you headed? Someplace called Cade Nua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before.
Thought of it now.
Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
Now we keep Van Mercer alive at all costs, both of them. There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right then, guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Let's get going. Hell yeah, alright. So, let's check our Adair stats. We got a 3rd level fighter here. Ooh, big might and con. Very nice. Very beefy. You love to see it. Oh, and we finally got some athletics. Oh, not a single bit of mechanics, though. Okay. We are going to have to put some points into that for Aloth if we want anything going there. But we got an athletics man, so that's good. His Saint Sword armor gives him reduction to pierce damage. Cool. Cool abilities. Constant recovery. Charged by the rush of battle, the fighter will continually regenerate endurance at a modest rate. Well, that's an amazing ability. Okay, dope. Defender. The fighter adopts a more conservative combat strategy, concentrating on locking down enemies that stray too close. The fighter increases his or her number of engagement targets to 3 with the expansive deflection. Okay, so we can hold people up a little better. Fighting spirit. All folk have an indomitable spirit that rises to the challenge when things look grim. Whenever folk is below 50%, endurance, they get a bonus to accuracy and damage. Cool. And a pinch. Knockdown. Okay, know what that one is. Shoves an enemy with enormous force. Knocks them prone. Additional damage. And then rapid recovery is a talent. Constant recovery passive. Boosts the fighter's hardness, increasing the rate of his or her constant. Okay. Okay, so it just buffs his already existing ability that just lets him heal non-stop. Good for you, Adair. Amazing. Alright, what are you wielding? We've got a, okay. We got a cool cutlass here, a saber, and a shield. I think he's going to be doing better with that saber than any of the other stuff we have. Well, it's the same speed. No, it's worse. It's worse. Okay, couldn't read for a second there. And, well, yeah, keep the bow. Well, no. I don't really ever want you using a bow. This is what the other team's for, range. We'll give you a pole axe for the other hand here. There you go. That's a two-hander. Yeah, there we go. Just in case. Again, I like the shield. You got shield abilities, but you never know. You know what? Oh, can I use a war bow? Would that benefit me by having that instead of the hunting bow? Ooh, less speed, but better damage. We'll stick with the speed. I think our buff on our bear thing is like a more damages per hit. So it seems like we want to hit people more and get more out of that. So we'll stick with fast for now. And you know what? Take this back. Just in case we ever get stuck in a spot where he's like trapped or something, we need some range. We'll have it ready to go. Well, let's do our formation real quick too. Where is that? This one. There we go. Custom. Oh, sorry. Custom. Yep, you come back. Bear. There we go. Big square. That's center. Yeah, hold on. What kind of bears could be in front of me? Put the Matt Mercers on one side and put me in Zuri and Gumby on one side. Perfect. So there's more we could do around town, but gonna have to be cutting it off soon. And I want revenge. So we're gonna see if we can go find that cave bear. We almost got him down by ourselves. We're gonna go back there and cause some trouble. Alright, to the Valewood. Yeah, it's fine. We're traveling. Queue of actions by holding down the shift key while issuing commands. Okay, that. Alright, I think we've done most of the other exploring here except for Cave Bear. Oh! Scroll of Tanglefoot, Camming Supply, Silver? That's beautiful. Okay, you love to see it. Alright, there's our bear cave, so we're heading straight north. Alright. Yeah, I believe... I don't know there's cubs there. I just know I've walked in and gotten mauled by a cave bear a couple times. And I said I gotta come back. I gotta come back to this place. Due to the paranoia. Gotta hit a save real quick. Now that you mentioned cubs, again, I don't know that. We're not metagaming here. We don't know. We're a hunter. It's kind of our deal. We don't know there's cubs back there, right? Is this one of those times where a game, like, you do something that makes you feel bad about it? Well, we're gonna feel bad about it, I think. It's the joy of the experience. Let's see if we can creep up a little. Yeah, there he is. How close can we get before... Oh, because higher difficulty. That's probably right. You're probably exactly right. Alright, cut out the stealth, and just go for it. Oh, yep. Alright, so we're getting right into it. We gotta use our, our marked prey. Buff the bear. Let's see if we can get a shove in. Get this guy prone right away. Make our lives easy. What are you throwing out? What are you gonna hit him with? Your, You gotta be careful with some of these. Anyone in the area. That's melee. We don't want that. Let's just hit him with a minor missile. That's safe. And snap. And we're gonna wounding shot. There we go. There it is. There it is. Oh no, my bear. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. We get another shove out of this. We can stun him a little bit. Oh yeah, excellent tank with heals. Maybe I have the bear one step behind him so they engage a dare first. And then he can just hang out. Bear can do some damage. Alright, we got a bear hide.
Sure.
Nice and quiet.
Oh, don't need to do that. Oh, I'm sneaking.
Yeah?
Lost Spirit. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. We'd like to reach out, I believe. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck by a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at its heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder, echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit. towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there's a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Wait a minute. Okay. What's the glint of steel? Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cave, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And there's a great dark shape above you, and there's more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seeming resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the specter lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. Bro, yeah, I thought I was reading that. This fucker stabbed me in the leg so we could get away? You were betrayed. Only a fool couldn't see it coming. Your dead spirit has nothing for you here. I met him on the road, your friend. Let's try to empathize with the spirit a little. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him and see the answers to what he's done to you. Your dead spirit has nothing for you. Oh, we're gonna go confront him. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright. Your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exultation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more. Well, this person clearly was not very nice. Now, was this a trap? Did this person get sent into this cave to be murdered? But just, you could blame it on a bear? Or was this like they stumbled into a bear cave and he threw a knife in his leg just to, save himself? Not that I agree with that one any more than the other, but, different situations. If you're like, hey man, we fucked up. We're at this bear cave. We gotta, I'm gonna need to be the one that leaves this place. And I've done that bandit camp. And I've done the ruins. So let's go find, it said he's on the road, right? Or was he back in town? Vengeance from the grave. Confront Nanton. Okay, he's back in Gilded Vale. Okay. That's what I thought. Oh, I forgot about the double click. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Been a while. Been a while since we've been here. So yeah, forgot the double click is a thing. Let me go ahead and do this while I'm thinking about it, Brother Zeus, because you get the right idea. We're going to do formation. We're going to go here. We're going to go that. So that way, Adair is front of engagement. He'll be most likely to start the tanking, and then we can shift, Bear's just doing damage there. But I put all of my Bear's points into tankiness so far, too. I got the 1 buff for him that you get at level 2. And that went full on Bear health. I don't think he's doing much damage yet. Which is still way more than my character, than Zuri is doing. Just aggressively more amount of damage. Alright, is there a Nanton's house that we know of? Where do we think he would be? I don't think he's here. That's probably not a place I would be if I were recently committed a murder, is near the murder tree. That's just how you leave town. It's not going to be helpful. Check this area around the tree real quick. We might be back in the tavern. That's a place a lot of randos end up hanging out. Nope, just the way out of town. Ooh, flowers. I'll take. any opportunity to take. Despite the rains, the stalks feel as dry and stiff as a locust husks. Oh, I don't need that imagery, actually. It's kind of gross. Well, without looking all over this town for this man, I'm going to find somewhere that would be a good, like, spot to begin next time. There's got to be something cool in this blacksmith shop, right? Maybe there's, I mean, probably just weapons, but could be something better or cooler than that. But I think that's going to be our stopping point. And we will. We got a party now. We've gotten revenge against the cave bear, and we found out what happened to our unfortunate cave body, whose name was Pearly. That's right, Pearly. So we found out what happened to Pearly, and we did that ourselves to the old cave bear there. And we've proven there's really truly only room for one large bear in this game, and it's Gumby. It's Gumby the bear. In the dungeon in this town, in the one the one beneath the temple of Aethys. Yeah, I know that's coming. I'm waiting on that. I'm gonna try to do all the other townsy things first, and then I know that dungeon's gonna be a fun time. Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought so. I was like, there's a stairwell here. If I remember right, that place is fucked. So let's do everything else first, and then see if we can swing back by. Are we anywhere close to another level up here on our character? Oh no, not even half. All right. So yeah, we're going in there at level 3 probably. Maybe we'll get some good gold or items or something. Yeah, definitely a lot. So we'll find out next time though. Whenever we're back on, we do this every Friday here, Brother Zeus. We started last week. I played part 1. If you want to go back and watch when we kind of made the character and made some decisions, that is on YouTube, on Misfit Rolls there. Oh, appreciate the follow. There you go. We got our dice rolling up there. And in case you're unaware as well, we played D&D on Tuesdays. That's what this channel started out as. We have all of Season 1 is on podcast services, and we have expanded Season 2 to visual mediums like Twitch and YouTube and still podcasting. But yeah, we play D&D, and we're from all over North America here, and it's a good time. But yeah, so that's kind of why I'm playing Pillars and D&D-esque, tabletop-y games that fit that vibe a little bit. Plus, it's shit that I love, and it's real easy to play things you enjoy and not feel like it's a labor. Like, I love this game. I mean, I replay it anyway, so like, why not? Why not double down and get some use out of it? But yeah, appreciate the big follow, my guy. Thanks for being here in the chat, hanging out. If you want to continue on, I think we're gonna probably do another part 3 of our Pillars journey with Zuri and Gumby next Friday night. So appreciate it. Until then, we'll see you all next time on the Isle of Misfit Rolls.